Order canceled.
All right, market's about to open. Good morning, good morning. All right, market's pulling back pretty heavily so far. Actually, might see if we can close below this London high here, and we might go for a short off the retest.
Order submitted.
All right, let's see if we get it.
Order filled.
All right, a bit of profit there, not a ton. We're up like 5-6 points. Kind of holding up, but all right, break even. Hopefully we go, but if not, at least we didn't lose.
Stop filled.
I stopped at break even. Can't complain too much about that. Trade might still go down. We'll see. It is holding up pretty nicely off this level, off that retest. But ES is going up a little bit heavier, so definitely don't want to try and stay short while ES is going up and taking out these highs. See ES, pretty solid green candle there, taking out the high on the previous 1 minute candle. A little different than NASDAQ, but yeah, again, kind of tricky to try and stay short with ES looking like this. But still could work out. Absolutely. I imagine we go down to VWAP, but don't know for sure. We are making it down though. We are making our way down. ES still kind of holding this bounce. So kind of hard to want to short it. But definitely a bit of selling going on here on the NASDAQ. So we'll definitely keep our eye on that. Yeah, I almost got this retest here, but kind of just went up and down quite a bit for that whole minute. One break even, got stopped out, but we did finally get that push down. We're gonna sell on the retest. Yeah, looks like we kind of did right there. Unless you're talking about like a bigger retest, possibly into this gap. Or maybe we'll build out a little bear flag and then continue shorter. Which I could be down to be a part of. But you can see ES still pushing up pretty cleanly, pretty strongly. NASDAQ going down, so kind of hard to go short, but also it's not like we're ready to go long yet either, in my opinion. And we're still going lower. We might be making our way to VWAP. Yeah, crazy. Huge dump here on the NASDAQ. ES coming back a little bit. Little bounce here. See if we pull back a little more. Build out an entry of some sorts. I'll try and take it. But like I said, still, very bearish on NASDAQ. Very hard to try and do anything but go short here with all this selling going on. But clearly ES is trying to make new highs here. Or I guess a higher high. But we're pretty close to the overnight highs as well still. This could be the bear flag. We're pretty far away from the 9 EMA though, which does make it a little... looks like we might have... Yeah, it's gonna kind of go on without me. Yeah, crazy. Almost down to the VWAP now. Yeah, ES still chilling up here. I'd be very surprised if we don't see some sort of push up here. Just because of ES and the fact that ES is not going down. And NASDAQ can only go down so much without the ES support. Three-minute bearish for value gap with retest. That could definitely be a good entry right there. The retest. Absolutely. K-Dubs, welcome back to the stream, brother. Alright, we're just pushing straight through view up now. Let's cook. That's what I'm saying. Today's the day. We got some nice volatility. It is a bit strange how we're dumping so much on NASDAQ, while ES is just kind of doing nothing. So possibly a little scary. Kind of hard to go short with ES not going down, but I mean, clearly it's working. It's still going down. See if we get a decent setup or not. Oh yeah, definitely scared to move right now. Not sure why, but maybe it's just not ready, or maybe it wants to go up. Sorry, I just hit my mic there. Still going lower. Down to the Asia high that we got earlier today. Or I guess yesterday. We're almost down there, not quite. We'll mark that out. 76.5. Looks like ES did finally take out this low, but that might be just a little bit of a liquidity sweep before we make the move back up. So let's see if it's a good, see how NASDAQ does here, see if it bounces, or if we just kind of keep going down. 5-minute chart's looking very bearish. We're just eating up all of this buying from earlier today. Dang, he's still dumping. Kinda crazy. I don't think we have much news today, but let me just double check. Yeah, it doesn't really look like we got much. There's some Fed speaking at 8:30, but I don't really know if that's gonna really matter. Alright, 20 seconds till this candle closes. This could be another nice close below and retest off of this level. There's also another level down here, the London low. Might have to keep our eye on that. I'm not sure if we're gonna get all the way back up here. But as I say
Order
that,
submitted.
we're bouncing pretty heavily. So I might try and go for the short here. ES is finally making some decent lows. So I'm not as scared to go short now, but we'll see. We have done a lot of selling, so would hate to try and short the bottom, but let's see if we get a nice real retest here. Could be decent. We'll see.
Order cancelled.
Might try the same thing off the London low. Depending on how this candle closes.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Alright, not a lot of support yet. With all the selling, this could be the spot that we finally bounce up and buy. Knowing my luck. Alright, there we go. Break even. Really close to my target there. Oh shoot, are we really gonna get stopped out and break even? Oh, come
Stop
on.
filled.
There's no way. Well, that's unfortunate. Target just barely out of reach. But looks like we might still get it. But like I always say, I like to take off the risk. I like to go break even whenever I get the chance. Still give it some room to breathe, but yeah, don't want to take any chances. Big sell today. Yeah, no, we've basically been selling ever since market open. Bouncing off yesterday's high. This could be where we find some support. Yeah, nice little rejection off of that. Not much pullbacks at all really today. Just kind of going down. But we are finding a little support here. Yesterday's high. Three-minute fair value gap, waiting for retest, then entering. I like it. Yeah, kind of just chop around a little bit here. Just kind of hovering around the London low. Bouncing off yesterday's high here. Oh, seller's still here. Still making the move down. Another bounce though. See what we can get here. We've got, I mean, two little nice retests. Going short. I had the right idea both times. Just couldn't quite get our profit target before going break even. A little unfortunate, but it happens sometimes. Alright, this could be, don't want to jinx it. Could be our first real kind of pullback of the day. Or maybe we just found the bottom. Maybe it's not a pullback, maybe it's the bottom. Yeah, finally back to that 9 EMA. Holding it pretty well there. Yeah, I believe that's the first time we've retested the 9 EMA since we've been going down. ES also pulling back a little bit. Thing already back up. Could be could be a bear flag potentially here. Kind of setting up. Are you not entering off that retest? I mean, not sure what retest you're talking about, but I guess not. I'm not quite seeing, not seeing anything too tempting right now. Bear flag's kind of tempting. If we get below 58s, kind of tempting, but we do have these levels right here, like the London low, so kind of hard to go short into it, knowing that we might bounce off of it again. But it definitely could be a good bear flag. I might be a little hesitant to take it personally.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Alright, we'll try it. Might go break even kind of as soon as we can. Maybe wants to just get past there a little bit. Oh, I say that we're already bouncing back.
Stop
Yeah,
filled.
we'll just take the break even. Like I said, chances of us bouncing off of that London low again are high enough. That's kind of hard to take, but I was kind of hoping for a little break, kind of like this candle, kind of breakthrough. Again, hindsight, could have been more patient, could have just let it play out. Obviously played out very nicely. We had the right idea, of course. But yeah, definitely that bounce off the London low. A little scary. Great bear flag though. I mean that's the move right there. If anyone else took it, good job. If you're able to hold through that little pullback.
Order submitted.
Okay, I'll try one more retest off these wicks, this level. Yes sir, took it, 250, let's go. Yeah, just got a little scared. Took the W trade, 2K day, we done for the day, let's go. That's what we like to hear. As long as someone's taking it. I need to not be so afraid. Otherwise I'm just gonna get more and more break-even trades. I'm already at 3 today. If we
Order
get any
filled.
more break-even trades, we might just have to like call it a day. Alright, here's a decent retest. Oh my gosh, once again. Do you guys see how close I
Stop
was?
filled.
See if we're gonna hold on to the 15 opening range. Yeah, hopefully we do. Damn, that's the 4th one now. Do you see how close I was to my profit target? We're at like a 17 on the ATR. We should be pretty volatile. I don't know why we're not getting down to my targets. Oh, they're always watching the stream. Just kidding. Not always, but today they gotta be. They see my profit target right here. They stop the market right here. Gotta love it. No, that's just trading sometimes, unfortunately. I told them I'd go break even it once we get past this blue line. So what they do? They went down right to it, bounced up, stopped me at break even, and then dumped. They saw my profit target, went right almost to it, so I went break even, and then went right back up. Yeah, that's trading for you. We do have some more stuff lower. We have the overnight lows coming up. Could get down there. Could get some more retest. We'll see what happens. I mean, we've had the right idea with almost all these trades, but just very unlucky with the wicks, the choppiness. Should be a bit more patient, but yeah, with the ES kind of lagging behind a little bit. Still a little hesitant to take some of these. Because even this one, we swept the low there, but we bounced right back up. Seller's definitely not as strong over on ES. Definitely going to keep an eye on that. I mean, so far we're just going lower and lower, so guess we're here for it. Eventually we might find the bottom. Maybe that's what this is here. The true bottom. Yeah, staying inside the 15 minutes is super strong. Yeah, that's what I was kind of noticing as well. Tried to go lower, but just wicked out of it, wicked back in. And now we're almost at these highs here on the 1 minute. Definitely more buying going on with the ES compared to the NASDAQ. So, like I said, it makes it a little tricky to go short. But so far, that's all we've been doing all day. And so far, all of mine have been shorts. But yeah, a little aggressive with the break-evens. Some of them, though, have been pretty lenient, I think. I mean, this one was up almost 200 bucks, I think. So, probably, I think it's a fair break-even, in my opinion. This one was a little bit. This one was tight. I definitely could have held this one, and it would have been a winner. But all the other ones had a pretty decent amount of profit, to where it was a justifiable break-even for my rules that I've been following recently. But maybe I gotta adjust a little bit. We'll see. Kind of holding this London low. News in 4 minutes. I didn't see any today. Let me check. Financial Juice doesn't have any. Let me check Forex Factory. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing any today. There's like some natural gas storage at 8:30. It's like in 35 minutes. I'm not seeing anything at 8 o'clock. US factory orders. Huh. Yeah, I'm not seeing that on my... where I typically look for news. Oh, it shows on Top Step? Okay. Yeah, I don't have Top Step, so that would make sense. But I'm surprised these other websites won't have it, unless it is just kind of like a pretty low impact news. We'll see though. Maybe worth being flats, just in case, but... or maybe it's just non-US news, because I have my filter set to only show US stuff. So it could be like foreign news. Oh no, you literally said it was U.S. factory orders. What am I saying? It says high impact, but I feel like it's cap all the time. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I mean I don't know Top Step, but I guess I am in their Discord, so I can check it. I haven't checked their Discord in a while. Yeah, I mean I guess probably not a bad idea, right? Stay flat, be cautious here. But definitely really interesting. I'm not seeing it on like Financial Juice because usually that has just about everything. But yeah, about 2 minutes and some change until U.S. factory orders. See if that does anything to the market. Hopefully it does. I mean, kind of just stalling out here at the lows. Little indecisive here whether we want to get back into the 15-minute opening range or keep going lower. Yes, as well, very much just holding it right at the bottom. Yeah, let's see. Top Step. I know they have something on their Discord about. Oh, here's the news. Yeah, just couldn't find it. Crazy market today. Yeah, I know, a lot of selling. Looks like we are finally taking out a high on the 1 minute, getting a little change in market structure. ES actually did not. With how ES has been holding up compared to Nasdaq with the buyers, a little surprised. All right, it is top of the hour. See what this candle does. See if it does anything crazy or not. Kind of using that London low as support there. Yeah, not the craziest candle, but there could be a little news kind of in there somewhere. The rejection there off the fair value gap here, pushing above these EMAs. Definitely could be making its way up a little bit. Could be a good push. ES still has not taken this high out though. It still might, obviously, but a little hard to really trust the move up when ES is lagging behind. So far, ES has been lagging pretty much all day today, so is what it is. Might just make it a tough day to trade. We'll see. Also 5 minutes kind of making a bear flag. Yeah, I'm trading gold from now on. Honestly, don't blame you. Some of this NASDAQ price action, even ES it's been kind of rough the last month. At least today we're not just like chopping around the entire day. We had a nice move down. But I also didn't get much pullbacks besides this one. This was a good pullback. We should have made some more money on this one. But yeah, it's still a little hesitant just because of the bad price action on ES. So you'll see if we do get back down here below the 40s, could continue lower. But also, if the 5-minute closes above the 75s, above this bearish fair value gap, that could be a good move to go long, potentially. Still holding up pretty well. Looks like we might do it after all. Potentially. Might take us on these highs. Continue higher. It could be the bottom of the day. Alright, little poke above. That gap there. Going up. We could be getting close to a decent uptrend. We're also getting close to the VWAP. Yeah, buyers looking alright. Still, again, very. I mean, I thinking about going long. But look at ES. Look at this. I mean, this is the this is the roughest chop I've seen in a minute. We just cannot get above here, and we can't get below here, or like something like that. This is crazy. Oh yeah, Chop City for real. Yep, looks like, again, trying to go along there, it's not the worst idea, but I don't want to do it. I'm afraid with ES looking like this. This is the 5-minute bear flag. It's just looking better and better every minute. Oh yeah, the range traders this month, they better be getting rich, because I'm definitely not. And if it's not me, hopefully it's someone. But this market just loves to mess with everybody. But yeah, I sure hope those range traders are making some good bread. Definitely plenty of opportunity. I definitely don't know how to trade this. Jeez. Let's see. Let's see if we keep going up, take out these highs. Once you get up into this area, definitely feel more confident going for a buy off of like some sort of retest maybe, or just probably bull flag or something. I logged off break of structure retracement of fair value gap, LOL. It's not terrible, but it's definitely struggling to get that push up, unfortunately for you. I mean, yeah, this red candle just ate right through it. It still could go up. It's just really struggling. And unfortunately, ES is almost looking like it's going to take out the lows. What's even going on? I don't even know anymore. Yeah, if we get below 54s on this 5-minute, it could be a good short. But so far, we're still holding up pretty well on the NASDAQ. So we'll see. Alright, there's the push. Yeah, it's pushing the lows. Oh boy. Looks like NASDAQ's kind of falling here. We did take out the low on that 5-minute candle. This could be a decent short. Since we take it? That's a tough part because we do have, again, we have the London low here. Or maybe that's this. No, yeah, this is yesterday's high. London low. Scared money don't make money. Exactly. That's my problem today. You can stop out break even because the market's just not ready. And like we talked about, they're watching the stream, so they know where I get in and they're ready to frick me over. Sorry. Yeah, ES looking good for the shorts. Nasdaq not quite yet, but still, the sellers, you'd almost imagine once we took out these lows that we get a really nice push down, break out this bear flag, catch up to ES a little bit at the lows. But we're just really struggling to do it. That's my problem. Scared money don't make money, that's true. But also, the day like today, with ES going for the lows and Nasdaq still holding up towards the highs of this range, a little hard to be confident in. And sometimes it's not necessarily being afraid, it's just lack of confidence. And lack of confidence, I mean, you shouldn't be in a trade if you don't have confidence in it, in my opinion. I swear they log on the stream same time as me. Exactly. Not only are they log on the stream to mess me up, but they're logging on when you log on, so they can mess both of us up. Oh yeah, impossible to have a bias right now. Price could literally break out this bear flag, or it could hold this fair value gap and these lows. London low right here, yesterday's high that we swept, right? And obviously we're still holding the 15-minute opening range low. I mean, very easy to hold this and push the highs. But also, so we got the bear flag here on the 5-minute higher time frame. ES going lower, so I don't know what to think either. No bias over here. Yeah, I agree. ES is definitely looking like it wants to continue lower. Broke out of the 15-minute opening range. Kind of a little bear flag there that wicked down. I mean, maybe it'll kind of find some support here, right? Maybe you just need to sweep the lows, take out all that liquidity, kind of like Nasdaq did earlier over here, and maybe now it's ready to go up. And then Nasdaq's just going to kind of wait around, chop until the ES does. Actually, that could make sense. Hear me out. Earlier, Nasdaq pushed the lows, right? Took out 15-minute opening range, pushed a little bit lower. You know, but then it kind of found a little bit of that support, right? Took out the liquidity, and then we tried to kind of make the move up. But as we're trying to make the move up, what's ES doing? Chopping around, right? It's struggling to go up. But now, ES finally took out the lows. Nasdaq might start chopping around like ES was doing earlier until ES comes up and catches up at the highs. And then they both go long together. I have no idea. Looks like it might go even further. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of seeing. We're getting a little tight down there. We definitely could push lower. Easiest longs to new highs here. That's what I mean. That's the thing. That's what some people are saying, but some people are saying we're gonna keep going lower. Hard to have a bias right now. Very hard to have a bias. Get some green. Yeah, I mean, we're almost getting some green candles to push up here. Unless you're talking about P&L, which is in fact green. It's just only $15 green. You got some shorts? Yeah, I caught 4 shorts. But we pushed down like 10 points each time. I went break even, and then it came back, stopped me out, and then went lower. That happened up here. I went short. Oh shoot, I just moved that. I don't know where that was. What's that? 53. Oh, it's in the right spot. Perfect. Same thing here. We had that little push down. Boom. Came up, got stopped out. Here we were a little aggressive with the break even. That one I definitely could have won if I was a little more patient. But then the same thing down here. A little push down, break even. So, not really. I mean, maybe a little bit. But, I mean, I didn't lose any of the trades. I just waited for it to go like 200 bucks or like 150 in profit and then went break even. That's what I typically do. But today we've just been, I mean, for those of you who were here on this last trade, I was like just a tick away from my profit target. Maybe not tick, maybe a point or two, but we were very close to it. And it was very unfortunate that we didn't hit it. So maybe my stops are too tight, or I'm just getting unlucky. I don't know. The guitar is thinking for the follow though. Yeah, NQ going up while ES is going down. Exactly. Kind of got the bear flag here. ES kind of teasing it right now, but definitely looking like it wants to kind of keep going lower. And then hashtag kind of going up, but also could just be chopping around like we were thinking. Yeah, making that second move lower. Exactly. I have my doubts going back to all-time highs right now. I wanted a mini retracement, but who knows with this price action. Exactly. It might be tough to get all the way back up there at this point. Yeah, we literally watched the market maker stop him out one tick from his TP like twice. Exactly. They're literally watching the stream as we speak. New trade, support and resistance. Yes, that's kind of what my last trades have been. As we've been talking and streaming here. These ones have all been a little bit of close below this support resistance and then a retest off of it. But also, this one's a bear flag. It's a kind of a momentum continuation trade as well. A couple different things that I look for. Yeah, right to the tick. Makes it really tough. I probably could have trailed my stop a little bit. Maybe locked in like $100, but it is what it is. I mean, hard to say what could have been done, obviously, because that makes my stop even tighter if I trail it. So up 820 so far for me. Michael make some breakfast burritos. Ooh, sounds like a good idea. I do like a good breakfast burrito. Can I go wrong with that? And that's some solid profit as well today. Okay, that's how you start it. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people start with like support and resistance, but then they kind of transition to other things. Like I watched a couple of TGR's videos, kind of ICT concepts. I still implement some of them, but I definitely wouldn't consider myself an ICT trader by any means. Oh, just move in. Let me take a little gander at that. Oh yeah, there it is. There's a bear flag playing out. More lows. Nasdaq pulling back a little bit, but still kind of just holding this chop. Oh boy. What's it gonna do? Yeah, yes, the one with the continuation lower. That's where I got my shorts. Yeah, if you've been trading ES, that's definitely, besides this little chop right here, it's been a little cleaner so far. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they're about the same. Because we were a little cleaner earlier with the NASDAQ, but now we're chopping kind of the opposite now. So kind of just taking turns, ES and NASDAQ. Taking turns being good price action. But even then, the good price action is not the best. I mean, it's kind of mid. Cut a nice long on NQ last night. Oh, let's go. If I remember correctly, we just went up all night. Yeah, ever since like the market closed, we've just been pushing up, holding VWAP, holding those EMAs, going straight up. Again, NASDAQ finding some support here. If you're a range trader, this is your moment. This is your time. ES as well, kind of a little indecisive here. Oh, we are continuing lower. Want to get back into the markets and stay consistent on the government shuts down. Exactly. Like, what's going on? Since when does the government just shut down? Yeah, I still traded yesterday. We got some nice profits. What was that, like $500 yesterday? Oh no, it was 500 on one account and it's 160 on another. It's a pretty solid day, despite the government shutdown. Price action definitely, like the one guy said, is definitely a big factor. But it also doesn't hurt to be aware of certain news things that will affect the market. But some of it is definitely fluff for sure. So far, it doesn't seem to be having too much of an effect. We did have a little sell-off not last night, like last night, but like the night before overnight. We did have that pretty big sell-off of like 1 to 200 points. But then, like when the market opened, we just kind of just pushed up. So, I mean, it might have had a little effect, might have scared some people. Some people may have been a little afraid of the government shutdown. But yeah, I think a little bit is fluff, and not everyone really knows what that means and how it'll affect the market. But yeah, yesterday didn't have bad price action. Kind of just actually very good, pretty solid day, just going up all day after we took out some of those lows. The big guys use negative news against retail to make them sell off so they can get into positions. Exactly. They definitely like to do that. Heck, they like to watch the stream and do that when I make trades. I'm just kidding. Alright, VWAP. Might be pushing through it here. Kind of holding up though so far. But yeah, we're making highs on the 1 minute NASDAQ. Yes, still way down here. Crazy. Might have to hold off on some more trades just because of this inconsistency with ES and NASDAQ. But it definitely could take us on these highs and catch back up. We'll see. Yeah, it might go back up. Might go back up. Alright, kind of holding the 90 MA for that gap. Kind of hard to really analyze this too much. Since we still, I mean, we did take out the high, but also we projected right back down. We're still kind of in this range. I mean, ES could be making just another little bear flag here, but also it could be making a little push up. I'll make you breakfast burrito. I appreciate it. That's what I'm talking about. Hash brown sausage, egg, and cheese in mine. Ooh, that sounds good. That's a good breakfast burrito right there. It's sent though. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Don't even trade the way I do. Just chill vibes. Cool, gotta follow. Hey, no, I appreciate it, man. That's what it's about, right? Everyone trades differently. I mean, we've talked about it on stream a couple times in the past little couple weeks, months that I've been doing this. I mean, everyone trades differently. There's so many ways to trade. It's kind of like kind of compared to math a little bit, how oftentimes there's a couple different ways to get the same answer. And it just depends on how you like to trade. Some people like the scalps. That's kind of how these trades have been. A little scalpy. I'm just going for like 12.5 points, right? $250. I also, people on stream have seen me take some bigger trades. The other day I took one for 80 points on one of my accounts. So I mean, definitely fun to switch things up, talk to different people, see what they're thinking, and yeah, just learn from each other and just hang out. Good vibes. That's the goal. That's why I follow you too. Chill streams and chats. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Someone's got to do it. You're gonna get the new Battlefield? Ooh, I want to. I want to. And like technically, I have no reason not to, because the game looks great. The beta was great. But I'm still, maybe it's a little bit of a trauma response from like the other games that I've bought in the last couple of years. I mean, typically those were Call of Duty games though, but I feel like every new game, I buy it, I get excited, but then it just turns out to be pretty much a letdown. So we'll see. I might wait a little bit just to see how the launch goes, to see just how the game holds up for the first little bit. But I also might just pull the plug and buy it when it comes out because the beta was a lot of fun. For real, I was gonna say it's like languages, it's different fonts, but we saying the same. Exactly. Different fonts, we're all just saying the same thing. That 80-point move was on micros too, so right, it wasn't as much. Yeah, it was only like one micro. I should have gotten like 2 or 3 maybe, but just one micro. So $160. Not bad, but 80-point move. We'll take it. Yeah, I haven't bought any games in years because they've been so bad. Exactly. And I try to have faith. I had so much faith in Black Ops 6. I thought for sure Treyarch is gonna do well and make a good game. And I did play it. I got the Dark Matter camo. Almost have like 100 hours into it, but as soon as I got some of those unlocks, I just kind of gave up on it. And I literally haven't played since January. Sorry, a little behind on some of these messages, but I'm trying to get to all of them. Yeah, no, a lot of people knock on ICT and stuff, smart money concepts and all that. Not sure why. Like, I know there is a lot of controversy with the ICT guy and like his videos and his courses and stuff. Apparently he's kind of scamming people. I don't really know. I think some of the concepts, just like any, can definitely be applied and make money in the market, since clearly there's many ways to trade. But yeah, a lot of people knock on him and give it a bad rep. But I think, yeah, like you said, it might be a little bit of an ego thing as well. Where some of the ICT guys definitely claim like their 90% win rates. You know, they go for their 5-6 RRR and everything. And I think some people Don't like that as much. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's all pretty much the same. Yeah, liquidity zones from ICT concepts, I still use those a bit. Some of those key levels, liquidity, that kind of idea. But then support and resistance is always going to be a pretty solid thing to do. I mean, it's just kind of how the market flows. Only thing I've heard about ICT is got a billion strategies. Yeah. I mean, I haven't heard that like directly, but like that's what I've noticed. Because like I swear every YouTube video I see that has ICT in the title is talking about some new strategy, like new concept. It's like there's like the silver bullet, but then there's also, I don't even know the names. I lost track. I wonder if I can look it up. ICT, all ICT concepts. Okay, that's just bringing up stuff like market structure, liquidity, order blocks, fair value gaps. And like all that stuff can definitely be like very useful stuff, like order blocks, fair value gaps, market structure shifts, liquidity, displacement. It's all normal stuff. But I think it is definitely the way, the kind of, a little bit of the ego behind some of the ICT stuff that people don't like. Oh yeah, NQ definitely needs to pick a direction. Looks like my little chop theory was pretty correct. We are kind of in an uptrend still, but not the prettiest one, that's for sure. Oh, ES did kind of take out the highs on the 1 minute, but we're almost back down to the lows. Chop mental, exactly. It's rough. Especially if you try and trade it. If you take one even, I mean, the more losses obviously the worse, but even just one loss can definitely make you think that you're a bad trader, because like a decent setup might turn into a loss, and it's like, shoot, I suck. Especially if you take another trade and you lose that one as well. But it's just the chop, just the consolidation. Very easy to mess up the mental on those for sure. Yes, at the lows again. Kind of wild here. Nasdaq still holding up. I can see if you tweaked one a little bit, but yeah, like silver bullet and other stuff is too much. Yeah, I remember looking into that because I was like a kind of a new trader, looking for some of those like strategies and ideas and the high win rates and just like what works. And like I did some back testing and some of that stuff it did work, and like I even tried it and it was pretty solid. But like some of it was just like so specific and like I don't know. There's definitely some things that like I didn't quite stick with. But I mean, even if we look now, right? Because again, I remember some of the ICT like silver bullet stuff, and the part I don't remember is I think there's like some sort of thing to do with like, what is it, like 7:50 to 8 o'clock, or I guess it's like 9:50 to 10 Eastern. You like look for some liquidity sweep, and then the market structure shifts and everything, and then you take the trade. I can't remember all the silver bullet stuff, but as far as like the general idea, like we see here, we took out the liquidity right here. We kind of found the support. We made a high right here, lower high, but then we made a higher low, break of structure here. We retrace into this fair value gap. And obviously this isn't the cleanest move, but since then we have been going up. So in ICT's defense, there it is, right? If you got in this fair value gap here off the liquidity sweep, market structure shift, break of structure, whatever you want to call it. Just explain the long I'm in right now. Oh, exactly. I mean, that's, I know a little bit of those concepts. I kind of know the theory. I've traded. I mean, I got payouts last year doing that pretty much exact thing. Basically, this is the setup right here, and I would have gone long after the close of this candle that we closed out of this gap. So I mean, I've been there. I still take those trades sometimes, but this one, I mean, with ES looking the way that it was, a little hard to want to take that for me because I like to look for that correlation between ES as well. But that's another thing, like SMT divergence or whatever, like between ES and NASDAQ. That's a big ICT thing. But it's also a very valid like thing, I think, because if ES is doing one thing and NASDAQ's not, then like kind of like it right now, it's like, why would I be going long on NASDAQ? Well, first of all, we're chopping around, but second of all, with ES down here at the lows, kind of hard to take. Obviously, earlier today wasn't a bad idea to try long, but definitely a little sketchy right now. Consistency is definitely key though. Be consistent, follow your rules. I like to close off a candle going in the direction I like just to be sure. Enter IDKY set close. Oh yeah, I like to enter off candle. That makes sense. No, yeah, I mean, it's pretty decent entry. You'll probably, I mean, with all things, like if you're looking at NASDAQ, you're probably going to win that trade. It's probably going to keep going up. But if you look at ES, not looking too good. So that's where it's tough. That's where it's tough. Yeah, people bag on ICT a lot. I mean, clearly that setup, I mean, you took it. I see it. Didn't take it, but like it's there, and clearly it's kind of holding, pushing the market up a little bit. Thank you, holding trend lines pretty well right now. Yeah, I was just about to kind of notice that as well. We've got this spot, these two wicks, this wick right here. This one almost kind of went down and touched it as well. You could even kind of redraw it like this maybe, but it's definitely kind of holding up, getting tighter and tighter here. Kind of following this little funnel, which again still could be the higher time frame bear flag. It's getting a little messier now, and it obviously didn't really play out the first time we broke some of the lows. But we'll see. Still looking like wants to go higher. Yeah, definitely pinching, definitely getting tighter here. What about Nvidia? I don't know. I usually just watch NASDAQ and ES, sometimes RTY, some other future stuff. But I know Nvidia obviously has a big influence on the NASDAQ, so I'm not really sure what's going on with Nvidia, but I imagine it's probably doing something similar to NASDAQ right now. Or maybe that's why the NASDAQ is wanting to go up, because maybe Nvidia is going up. Yeah, Nvidia kind of going up, holding up pretty well. It's above the VWAP, kind of holding those EMAs. Since open, we had a little push up, a little pull down, and now we've been going up. So that makes sense. When I took a flat bad trade, but yes, I took one off ES that would have won if I took off ES. Wait, did I read that right? I took one off ES that you would have won if I took off ES. Okay. They just ain't agreeing, and I made an unfortunate mistake. I mean, yeah, it's hard to say. Hard to say. It's again, it still could play out the long here. But yeah, definitely right now they're not really agreeing. I think I could be wrong, but the kind of long setup was kind of around like 8 o'clock. So it wasn't a terrible Wasn't terrible, but yeah, ES did kind of fail to take that high there. Yeah, this definitely could just be short-term retracement. Alright, just looked up some of the ICT trading strategies. Found a couple. So there's a good old silver bullet, which if I remember correctly is kind of like that trade that we were talking about with this setup. Which again, I like this setup, but I think it is a little silly to kind of, with the specifics of like the silver bullet strategy, where there's like the specific 60-minute window corresponding to peak market activity. Anyways, it kind of makes sense, but it's kind of some of the little things that they look for. But let's see, the other ones are ICT kill zones, ICT power of 3, ICT unicorn, ICT turtle soup. Man, maybe I need to learn the turtle soup. Maybe that's what I'm missing out on. I think that might be the move. The ICT turtle soup strategy. That one's gotta be, it's gotta be the most profitable one. It says a strategy that preys on traders who place orders at obvious buy and sell stops, targeting false breakouts to initiate and move in the opposite direction. So I mean, yeah, basically just like a liquidity sweep, I guess. I don't know, like. I mean, yeah, it's basically like you just sweep it high and you just go short. I don't know. But yeah, crazy name. I'm sure there's some others, but that's just what AI gave me. Ah, looks like we did push below this little funnel that we were making earlier. Turtle soup was a term coined prior to ICT. Okay. Well, there you go. Not ICT's fault. I actually like the name. But it is a little silly at the same time. Might be cooked. Oh, shoot. Maybe, but also this could be a turtle soup right here. Think about it. We swept this low right here. We could push back up to the highs. We're praying on the obvious signs right here. The obvious time to sell is a good time to buy, right? Yeah, kind of a tough spot to be in because it probably wouldn't hurt to take a small loss or break even for you just because of how ES is looking. I mean, we just took out another low. And obviously we're kind of shopping around anyways. But at the same time, it doesn't hurt to kind of hold and hope for the best sometimes as well, since it is a pretty decent setup. We're melting today. So far, that's what we've been doing. Since open, we had this pretty big sell-off. A little bear flag continuation there. And then since then, we've kind of just been pulling back up, but kind of just chopping as well. So really hard to read in the past like 40 minutes. But we have been melting. It looks like it might be breaking out lower now. Yep, ES continuing lower as well. Oh yeah, a lot of buyers on ES right now. Looks like Nasdaq as well, a little slap down. I keep clicking like the wrong thing and it moves my chart. Oh yeah, it looks like that bear flag's finally playing out on the higher time frame. All right. There's the sellers. Kind of good. Not good for its cento, but it is good that we're seeing a little bit of correlation with NASDAQ going down. We still need to take out the lows though. Your paper trading trying to prove profitability. Profitability. I don't know why that's a hard word. It's not. I'm just struggling here. But just paper trading didn't hurt the bank. That's good. It's good it didn't hurt the bank. But it definitely does hurt the mental when you're wrong. But also, I imagine you haven't gotten stopped out yet. So, we'll see what happens. Yeah, a lot of sells there. A lot of uncertainty from delayed news data? Possibly. There hasn't been much news or any today really that I've been aware of. Besides like that US factory thing at 8 o'clock, but that didn't really do anything. So maybe it is a little delayed, or maybe there's a little delay from yesterday's announcements. We still, I mean, despite all this selling, we still have not gotten below yesterday's highs. That's what this line is right here that I've now highlighted, that we've bounced off of before and again. This is the New York high from yesterday. So the fact that we're bouncing it again, we haven't gone below it really, besides this little sweep. And even with all this selling today, I mean, we've basically we undid the buying from last night, and that's it, because we're not below this yet. So, I mean, a lot of selling, but it's not like we've really gone anywhere. And the government shutdown might be affecting it, but also the government shutdown kind of was announced the other day, and it's just the 5 minutes, so it's easier to kind of move around. But I believe, oh, that's still October 1st. Oh, that might be it. Yeah, the government shutdown was sometime kind of around here. We did still down like 200 points. Yeah, from like 850 to 630. We had that sell down, but then like yesterday, look at this. We went up all day until finally today. I mean, we were hitting all-time highs last night. I mean, this is all-time highs. And you can see when we zoom out here, this is where we're at right now, 25,000. And we're holding the highs from yesterday. So a lot of selling, yes, but we still haven't broken past the support, which is yesterday's high. So I mean, yeah, like the initial kind of sell-off from the government shutdown already got bought back up. And this definitely could be like a little bit of delayed selling from the government shutdown, but also in the grand scheme of things, when you zoom out, it's not really a lot of selling. It's just a little heavier of a pullback, which could be news related for sure. And it definitely could go down a lot more. And that's where we definitely we could retrace a little bit more of this move. But obviously this is a huge buying move here. We still have a long ways before we get to like yesterday's low. Yeah, yesterday's lows. Where's that at? It's like yesterday's low is at 24,726, which is literally like 200, it's 300 points lower. Literally, like it's almost exactly. So we have to go all the way down here. for us to take out yesterday's low. So we'll see how price continues here, if we do continue lower. But yeah, as much selling as we've kind of done, we really haven't made any move lower on the grand scheme of things. It's just a little pullback so far. But yeah, the 5-minute does make it look pretty strong compared to all these other overnight candles. But no, yeah, we've definitely, I mean, this is the move. The move up and the move down. And we're still holding up right here pretty well. At least on NASDAQ. ES is kind of making its way lower. Slowly but surely. I guess I should be trading ES today. Well, at least now. I mean, earlier would have been pretty rough trading this chop. Now it's a little cleaner. Yeah, that was some crazy selling there just a second ago. Bounced off the 90 MA. Finally broke out of this bear flag. Dropped like 40 points in just a couple minutes. How much is a tick on ES compared to NQ? I believe... Make sure I'm right on this. $1.25 per tick. That could be about right. I know 10 points is $500. Oh wait, are you talking about like the how much a tick is, or are you talking about the dollar value? Because a tick on the NASDAQ is 0.25. Or wait, no. Oh yeah, it's 0.25. So yeah, one tick's 0.25, but the dollar value, yeah, so dollar value, I'll just do the math. 10 divided by 500. No, that's the wrong math. 500 divided by 10. No, that's easy math. $50. So then divide that by how much? Divide that by like 4. So I think for every tick, oh, okay, someone did the math faster than me, I think. Yeah, ES is $12.50 per tick. It should be like $12.50. I think it's about right. And then NASDAQ is $5 per tick. I believe. My math might be totally wrong. Dollar on NQ is $10 and ES is not quite, I don't think. My math might be totally wrong here, but I'm trying to think about it. All I know is one point, right? Ticks are a little tricky because you have to divide everything by 4. But 1 point on the NASDAQ is $20, right? Like when I go from 26 to 27 on the price. Let me just pull up a sim account. This will make it easy.
Order filled.
So this is on sim, just as like an example. We'll maybe make it bigger so I don't accidentally get stopped out. But you can see if I go 10 points below price, that's $200. So 1 point below price would be $20. And then if I go 0.25 below, that's $5. So $5 is like the lowest that you can go. So it goes in increments of 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 is 1 point, and everything in between that is $5. So yeah, $5 per tick. and then $20 per point.
Order canceled.
And then yeah, ES would be like $12.50.
Order filled.
Take another sim trade just as an example on ES. Wait.
Order
I
filled.
didn't even switch. What am I doing? Okay.
Order filled.
Oh, okay. I didn't put on
Order filled.
an ATR strategy. That's all.
Order filled.
But here we go. So yeah, 10 points is like $500 or something. Yeah, if I made at 51.5, so 2 points is $100. So 1 point would be $50. And then yeah, like if I go to the lowest amount I can make, it's $12.50 per tick.
Stop filled.
So now we got that out of the way. We will move back to business. But yes, $5 per tick, NASDAQ, $12.50 for ES. So yeah, technically ES is more per tick, but obviously NASDAQ's sitting at 25,000 points with an ATR of 14, while the ES is only at 6,700 points. And the ATR is probably like, I don't know, like a 4 or something like that. I don't have the indicator. Let me pull it up. Might as well. Indicators, ATR, add. Yeah, oh, 2.58. So yeah, NASDAQ, a lot more volatile. Obviously moves a lot more points at a time. But technically it's got a higher value per tick. So yeah, I forgot to drink my protein shake earlier. I'm hearing my stomach growl and I'm like wondering what's going on. What do you think NASDAQ is going to do? That is an excellent question. We've been trying to figure that out for about an hour now. A lot of theories, but it looks like we did play out that bear flag and we could continue lower. So that's definitely a pretty easy assumption, especially with ES going down to Chinatown. Exactly. So the ES, a lot of selling going on. Typically the NASDAQ does follow ES. It looks like we are about to take out. Wait, no, I think we already took it out. Took out that low there. Yeah, we did. So took out the low on the NASDAQ. Might be only a matter of time before we continue lower, keep up with ES. It's kind of what it's looking at like right now. Love trend days like this. Yeah, no, it's definitely. I mean, yesterday was a good trend day as well, going up. Today, pretty solid. Besides this, a bit of chop here, and obviously ES going down while NASDAQ's going up. A little tricky, but yeah, definitely. Now that we've kind of broken out of this little fake move up, definitely nice to have a short bias potentially. But then again, we swept the lows. I honestly wouldn't be too surprised if we buy right back up above like the 50s or 60s, and people are trying to push it higher. I don't know. I mean, see what happens. ES still going lower. I mean, yeah, definitely. If you're trading ES, it's definitely a very solid trend day. Yeah, Nasdaq's been a little tricky. A little tricky for sure. But we are following ES right now, holding this 9 EMA, pushing lower. It's been a horrible trade day for me. Sorry to hear it. Like I said, Nasdaq's been a little hard to read since it was trying to go up while ES was going down. I haven't made any money, but I haven't lost any money, so it could be worse for me. They definitely hate to hear it when people are losing money. We're all in this together. The market is the enemy. We're all on the same team here. We're all just trying to make some money. Yeah, you're on ES. Yeah, I thought I remembered you trading ES typically. So once I thought about it, that made a lot more sense. I was like, oh yeah, he's on ES, which has been a lot better for the trendy, besides this little consolidation, but obviously broke out of it and still going lower. Yeah, did you lose a lot before hitting profits? Not today. Today I did not lose any trades. Some days I do lose some and then make it back, but you know, today I've just been catching break evens left and right. So technically up 15 bucks. But I did not lose money before making back some money. No. But in general with my trading, I have lost my fair share. We'll definitely say that. First day ever today for me trading? Dang. Well, hopefully it's not too painful of a journey for you, because it definitely can have its moments, its ups and downs. I should be at 500 today, at least, yeah. Now the other two, definitely you could say, we'll take the break even. But there definitely should have been two at least that got a win for that 250 that I was looking for. A little unfortunate there. But what can you do? What about in the beginning when we first started? Yeah, definitely had my fair share of losses.
Order submit. Order filled.
Alright, a little quick there. Almost didn't get my order there in time. See, this is the one. Surely we keep going lower. Don't want to jinx it. Well, let's see if we get almost my target again. I might have to move my target a little lower. The ATR has gone down a little bit, so we're not quite as volatile as earlier. But yeah, definitely in the beginning I've had my fair share of blown accounts and losses. That's part of the journey. Nancy Pelosi on her own team though. Yeah, for real though. She's doing her own thing. Maybe I need to get on her team. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Oh. That was pretty close to my stop. Oh, looks like we're still gonna get stopped out. I thought I got lucky there for a second. Oh, the buyer's finally deciding to step up. After selling off all day long. I think I'm making a horrible mistake using my own cash.
Stop filled.
If it's your first day trading, potentially. Unless you've done a lot of paper trading and practice. Obviously, you have to start somewhere with your trading. But Yeah, if you just jumped right in with real money, typically that would be considered a mistake by most people. From my experience, it's definitely better to gain a lot of that confidence, paper trading, practice trading before. Holy buyers, what's going on? Might test this for value gap and go back down. Never mind. Yeah, holy crap. Like I said, we're trying to go for a little retest, and the buyers decided to come out of nowhere. Decided this was the low of the day right here. Jeez. Back up to the 40 for NQ. Yeah, almost back up to 25,040. Yeah, thought we had a nice close below the overnight low there. We'll retest, but the buyers out of nowhere, ES as well. Nice pull back. Kind of crazy, a little unlucky, but looks like we both lost. Yeah, just how it is. Not the best day. Probably should have just knew something like that was going to happen. Especially after four break evens. I mean, typically that's a good sign to be done on the day is after 4 break evens. But we had some nice selling momentum. Thought we might continue it a little bit. And we did not, unfortunately. Market makers were sitting there. Yeah, I mean, that typically can be the case, especially with an overnight low like that. You know, we typically do sweep it. But also, it's not a bad spot for a little retracement and push down. I mean, it's kind of what we were doing earlier today, and kind of had the right idea a couple of the times, but just got unlucky with the choppiness for the break even. Yeah, both losing 2 different directions is crazy. L markets. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you're going long and losing. I'm going short and losing. So what's going on? Rejecting off bottom of 15-minute opening. Ooh, yeah. Does like to do that. Could be, yeah, it could be a good kind of short off of that. Might have kind of missed it though. Kind of pulled back a little bit. And we're already kind of back up there. They know people want to go short there, so they buy it up. Exactly. Typically though, when that happens, we'll get like a little bit of a wick there, you know, like we won't really get a clean close below. And obviously that's just bad luck or maybe more market manipulation, whatever. But yeah, the way we had that nice clean close below, thought for sure we get a little something there. Guess not. Is what it is, I suppose. Buyers, holy cow. What now? We're gonna go to the moon now? What's the deal? What is the deal? Still think bearish? I was thinking the same thing, but now I'm not so sure. Look at us go. ES as well is taking out some of these highs. So don't know about this anymore. 50-60s might be a good entry short. Definitely could be. We have the, what is that, the London low. We could bounce off that London low here. Continue shorter. We do have some gaps and some resistance from these previous highs and or lows, consolidation and stuff. Pulling back to this level again. Almost tempted to go long, kind of off this retest, but part of me still thinks we might go lower. Could be a little fake out for the buyers. Like we were talking about with the market makers. I know people want to go short here, so they bring price down, then they buy it up. But then they bring the price right back down so they can make even more money going lower. Yes, as well, making its way back down. Yeah, took out some of these highs, you could say. Looked a little bullish for a second, but we're kind of right back down. Almost to the lows on the ES, kind of at that 50% area right now in NASDAQ. We are holding this bullish gap here. Could be another setup for some people. Take out some of these highs, change the structure, liquidity sweep, all the fun stuff. But yeah, no, I'm definitely a little hesitant to have a strong bias right now. Well, I mean, still kind of overall bearish, since that's obviously been the main trend today. But short term, it's kind of hard to read here. Yeah, it looks like that 50 level was a pretty decent short. Alright, kind of just hanging out right now. A little indecisive here. I mean, you can clearly see these two red candles, pretty small, didn't really go anywhere. Had a little push up, but then we came right back down. A little push down to kind of mirror the push up. But realistically, we've been like in the same little area for the past little bit. I mean, obviously 5-minute chart, you can see nasty little doji candle there. So we are kind of holding the bottom of that 15-minute opening range though. So that could definitely be good to continue lower. Any luck? Not today. 4 break-evens. Definitely unlucky with those. Definitely could have won maybe one of them, but a couple of them were literally a point away from my profit target. It's very unlucky. And then we tried one more. Oh, we took a loss, which obviously happens. It's part of the game, part of trading. Can't do too much about that. We're only down 265, so can't really complain too much yet. Yeah, if we lose another trade, kind of down around 500, it might be a good time to really, you know, cut me off from trading. At least on this account. We do have the other ones. I'm looking for some other strategies on like the higher time frames that I've taken before. I like the 5-minute and stuff, but we're just not really getting anything here besides this big bear flag, but not what I'm really looking for. Yeah, so kind of just chilling for now. Might look for some more trades, but also today hasn't been the greatest for me, so I think my mental's still chilling. I think I'm still good. I'm not too upset about just this one loss. A little annoying that we got all the break-evens, but at least I know that like I had the right idea. Like I wasn't wrong with these trades. Just a little unlucky. Oh yeah, we're really going nowhere now. I took 7 Nasdaq longs, but hit stop loss. No, go up. We did not, in fact, go up today. We did have that little funnel. Oh, someone in the chat went long in here and price went up a little bit. But yeah, kind of just shopped around and then eventually made its way back down. Stopped everybody out. But yeah, definitely a lot of spots that if you went long, you would have been suffering a little bit. Definitely not the day to go long. But apparently it's not the day to go short either. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm a little salty about those break-even trades. And obviously this loss. It's like, look at all this selling. Get a little retest here. Boom. Loss. ATR dying out too. No, actually, that's what I'm saying. I mean, look at this. I mean, the ATR is still like, well, I was going to say a 14, but we just dropped down to like a 12 in the last like second. But honestly, with how these candles are moving, we're probably going to drop down to like a 7 if we don't pick up the pace here. Because I think the way the ATR works is I have it on the 14 setting. That's like the period. So I think it looks at the last 14 candles and obviously finds the average candle kind of high and low difference there. Just kind of gauge the volatility. So in the last 14 candles, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we kind of got away from these 2 big green candles, so we're kind of like right here and beyond, if I did my counting correctly. Mitchell, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. But we do still have this candle and this candle that are a little bit bigger. But if we have any more of these candles, the ATR is definitely going to drop down to like a 5. Like we're just not going anywhere. Even the 5, look at the 5-minute. We're about to get a third doji. Well, we didn't. A third candle. Closing in the exact same spot. Nearly 15 minutes later. So this is fun. That might be the sign. Or we'll see if we can break out of this. But this might be the sign to be done trading for the day. We'll see. We'll see. A good trader knows when to stop. But yeah, we still could have, I mean, it's almost 9:30. So it is almost kind of that time where it slows down a little bit. But some days we do keep the volatility until 10. So we might still have like 40 minutes, maybe even an hour of price action. Because some days that is typically the case. Like I've traded till 10:30 plenty of times. And even caught some good trades after 10. But some days, even 9:30 mark, it tends to start doing this. So we'll give it a little bit more time. See if anything crazy happens here. We are getting a little break out of that range finally. ATR's at 12, and it's probably gonna go up here now. So we are still above a 10, probably chilling for possibly making some more trades. I think ES is gonna go bullish. Is that foul opinion? I mean, I wouldn't say anything is a foul opinion. I mean, I think anything is pretty valid. We have been going down all day long, but we did sweep the overnight lows just recently. At least on NASDAQ. I don't have it marked out on ES. But we are rounding off a nice higher low here. So could be the beginning of nice little push up. But also, like I said, we've been literally selling off, you can see, all day long. So definitely hard not to lean more bearish than bullish. But we definitely could be around that time where we flip and go up. We kind of tried to on NASDAQ, but we failed. Had a little push up. And then we came right back down. Looks like we might take out this high. On NASDAQ, we are holding. The longs are holding. Yeah, still a little bit behind, but it's been basically doing that all day mostly. Just lagging behind a little bit. Except for when we started going down here, we were a little bit ahead. Thank you for the follow. Period or dot. Not sure how you pronounce that, Nate, if you read it out loud, but I like it. SESAI is in a dip. Oh boy. Yes, tapped into 15-minute order block, so I was trying to see if it respected it. Definitely could. I don't typically trade the order blocks, but if I remember correctly from my previous research, this does look like there might be some sort of order block in here somewhere. And we are kind of holding this right here to potentially flip bullish. Not bearish, bullish. Alright, little sweep on NQ back down. Right back down here. ATR below a 12. Still not terrible, but we are getting close to a 10. Like I said, anything around a 10 or lower is pretty rough on NASDAQ. Not my favorite to trade. Because even like the trades I've been doing with my 12.5 point stop, like it's almost too much. I mean, clearly today it's already been too much apparently. 12.5 points is too much for a retest. What the heck? But the ATR was, I mean, 16, 17, so he definitely should have been fine, but got unlucky, of course. But no, yeah, now that we're lowering the ATR as well, 12.5 points is probably a little bit too greedy of a target. Kind of have a bear. Jeez, I keep messing those up. bull flag. Think bullish on NASDAQ. Kind of. I mean, we are holding up this area pretty well. Took these highs, holding this support, these bullish fair value gaps. We did take out this high again, but we did kind of reject off of it. We're still holding the EMA, still pushing up. So kind of hard not to be a little bullish. But also, it's a little hard to be bullish when ES is still down here. But ES might just be a little behind, and it might catch up, so. Yeah, it looks like ES and NASDAQ are both pushing up kind of nicely here. Another little sweep of the highs, the NASDAQ. Could have another bear flag on the 5 minute higher time frame. But it's definitely looking pretty bullish on the 1 minute. But kind of did earlier today too, which, to be fair, did push up kind of nicely. If I took the trade, I probably would have gone break even somewhere, kind of after failing to break these highs. But yeah, I just couldn't quite make the move. But again, that's probably mostly because ES didn't even break these highs, and I just started going lower. So definitely see what happens here. It is 9:30. I do end the stream sometimes around this time, but I don't know. I might stick around a little longer. Kind of hard to say. Kind of hard to say. I mean, I have taken 5 trades on this one account. And I haven't had any other trades on my other accounts because there's just no decent setups. See, I don't want to overtrade for sure. But we might start moving here in a minute, we'll see. But obviously, ATR is kind of just going down lower and lower. Makes it a little tough. Also, does anyone know if the Black Ops 7 beta, is that live today? Obviously, we talked about Call of Duty falling off earlier. Still the case. I'm definitely not going to buy Black Ops 7. Unless, maybe if it survives the first couple months, maybe after Christmas, we'll see. If it's a good game. But to sum up my Call of Duty experience, I hate skill-based matchmaking because I'm a good player. I'm good enough that I get crap lobbies if I do good. So I might have like one game where I pop off, but then I'm just suffering for the next hour. So it's just not even fun. Beta's open for the next 2 days. Okay, yeah, I think it's the early access, and then they have it again next week. So I definitely will play probably next week. I think I did get a code. I just, for some reason, it's not letting me log in. I'm not sure if it's just me, but for some reason, when I like try and log in with my Battle.net onto like the Call of Duty website to like redeem my beta code, it just pulls up a bunch of like binary or something like that. I wonder if I can pull it up on the stream. We might try to. Might be a little funky on TikTok, but we'll see. I guess I'll try it again. Just while I wait for the market to do something. We did take out this low on the 1 minute. Yeah, they're watching my COD account too. Yeah, they're making sure don't win any trades. That's priority number 1. Priority number 2, make sure you can't play the beta. Also, like, I mean, come on. What's the... Call of Duty's just notorious for kind of messing things up and having issues. And maybe I'm the only one, so I can't say anything too for sure yet. I tried to look up on Twitter if anyone was having like some Call of Duty login issues or anything. I'm not seeing any posts on Twitter about it. But yeah, I'll try and get like, I'll try it again. Because it's, yeah, why don't I put my 2-factor authentication code? Which I have in the Authenticator app. But then when I put it in, this garbage comes up. And let me figure out how I can do this. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see. How can I do this? Might be able to switch this to Google Chrome maybe. Oh yeah, can you guys see that? This is what comes up. After I put in my 2-factor authentication code to like complete the login, this is what comes up. So like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Yeah, that is a bunch of trash. Because I can't even redeem my code. Because every time I log in, this is what I see. So that's a lot of fun. I thought about playing the beta today on stream, but not gonna happen today. He loves to see it. Yeah, I already tried like doing it in another browser. Obviously closing it, reopening it, that kind of stuff. I might just, maybe I need to like open an incognito tab, or maybe I need to like turn on a VPN. I don't even know. I might try some stuff in the background here, but yeah, kind of silly, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'll try. Cause yeah, it has like the double authentication thing. Cause they have me like check my authenticator for like the Battle.net. Maybe I can just redeem it on my phone. I did try logging in on my phone on the website. That also did not work. The same thing came up on my phone. But I am logged in on like the Battle.net app on my phone. But I don't think I can redeem it from here. Maybe I can. That'd make it a lot easier. Redeem code. Okay, I actually might be able to. That'll skip. Yeah, no, I'm the only way to issue. That's what I'm saying. I did Google it, but I might just be Googling the wrong thing. Like I searched up a can't log into Call of Duty website. But that might be like the wrong thing to look up. Oh yeah, that's a big little slap there. Again, kind of hard to be bullish with stuff like this kind of happening today. Yes, taking out the lows. NASDAQ probably about to do the same. Yeah, I tried looking at like Reddit, Google, Twitter, but I'm not really seeing anything. But I might be looking up the wrong keywords here. But it does look like I might be able to redeem it on the BallotNet app, unless it's like a different kind of setup. We'll see if it like works. Put in my code. The code you entered cannot be claimed. What do you mean? That's what I was worried about. I'm gonna try it one more time. But sometimes, like the Activision redeem codes is different than like the BattleNet redeem codes. I could be wrong, but I almost remember that being the case in past years. But I'm gonna type it in again, make sure I typed it in right. I can't tell if that's a 0 or is an O, capital O. I think it's a 0. I'm bouncing off the HLO here. Nice little bounce. See, that's what I kind of expected to the first time. You know, we kind of sweep it and we buy back up. But they had to prank me by closing below like that. It got me good. Yes, definitely still looking good for the sells. NASDAQ almost there as well. Alright, let's put this code in. Alright, we'll try it with a 0 instead of, or no, with an O instead of a 0. Because I definitely have it in correct here. I think. Yeah, it says the code cannot be claimed. So I'm guessing, yeah, I have to redeem it on the Activision website. Which is not working. Because even on my phone, it's not working. Unless, yeah, like my Wi-Fi or server's blocked for some reason. Yeah, surely there's gotta probably be some other people going through it as well. Same issue. But yeah, I haven't found anything yet on like Twitter or Reddit. But I still need to try the incognito tab. And then if that doesn't work, I might try a VPN. I'm not sure if that'll mess up the stream or not though. So I might wait and do that later. I'm not in a rush. I've got other stuff to do once I end the stream. But hopefully we can get it working. Maybe play some of the beta tomorrow. We'll see. Or tonight. Might play a little bit. Because I do still enjoy Call of Duty. I just hate how they keep doing dumb stuff. I had 350 on that bounce back. Let's go. That's what we'd like to hear. Off the bottom. Yeah, that was a good bounce off that low level right there. Sometimes I do put orders there and just like let it kind of like up here and just like wait for it to bounce off and come down. But sometimes I do like to wait for that like the close below and then a retest. But both I think work. Just depends on the day and how you trade it. Man, I'm so close to passing my first fund. It's not funny. That's what I like to hear. But it does suck that like you're not quite there because you still have to put on risks to like make more money. Oh yeah, they're onto you. You're definitely next. It's only a matter of time. Gonna blow that account tomorrow. Just kidding. I don't want to put that out there. I'm sorry. But just gotta be smart. Be careful. When you say passing my first funded, are you like still in the evaluation phase or are you like almost at a payout? Eval? Okay. Oh yeah, getting that first funded account and passing the eval. Such a good experience. Feels so good. But obviously getting your first payout feels a lot better. Hopefully you can get that payout. You're 52,000 out of 53,000. Oh boy, 2/3 of the way. Just need 1,000 more. So you still got a little bit of time. But you definitely could do that in a couple of days if the market will stop chopping around, that is. Just need some better price action. That's what we need. Oh dang, it did the same thing on the incognito tab. I wonder if I copy and paste this in the Google, it'll just give me something. Nope. Good luck with the activation. Yeah, no, for real. They're always messing stuff up, it seems. I won't be surprised if there's a lot of bugs in the beta as well. But I mean, hopefully it's a good game. I wouldn't mind buying it and playing some COD. But they always seem to have some issues. Also, skill-based matchmaking, like I said, kind of just a pain in the butt. So if they got rid of skill-based matchmaking, I'd be grinding COD probably all day long. Just kidding, I can't do that because I'm an adult and I have to do other things. But I would certainly like to. Up good on the day. Man, I might be done. Nice stream, sir, and good luck. See you tomorrow. Yes, sir. Sounds good. I will see you then. Thanks for hanging out. Always appreciate it. I'm just looking at Reddit right now, see if we find anything else about this errors that I'm having. Looks like someone did have like a two-factor authentication error with Warzone, which sounds similar to what I had. But yeah, I don't know. It might be a little bit different, but this was like 4 years ago, this post. So I'm not sure if that's what I'm looking for. Maybe I'm banned. That'd be funny. Haven't played the game since January, but still banned. Just kidding. No, not banned. Definitely a lot of weird mumble jumble though. Yeah, this looks like I'm looking at some crazy code. Yeah, hopefully I can get this figured out. Do my code and everything. That'd be sick. But I might have to try figuring it out later. Market's still just kind of chopping around. We had a little slap there with the sellers. Yes, got the lows. Nasdaq did not bounce off the overnight lows though. But since then, we're kind of just chopping around here around the lows. Struggling to really go lower, but not really going higher. Definitely figuring out the buyers here a little bit. Not sure if we're gonna get any other opportunities here unless we can really break out of this range and continue lower, or get an actual reversal setup to happen. So yeah, we'll see. See if anything happens, but it is almost 10 o'clock. We might have to call it a day here in a second. Perchance. Lone Wolf a Beast. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for everyone who's hanging out. Still have some viewers in the chat. Appreciate it. Not much going on right now. A little distracted by the Call of Duty thing not working. That's alright. It's whatever. I'll figure it out later. But yeah, if you've been checking out the stream, if you've enjoyed it, I'd appreciate a follow. If you're on YouTube, appreciate you hanging out as well. Feel free to subscribe, like the stream. I'll be back tomorrow for another day. Might keep the stream up for a little longer, but we'll have to call it a day here in a sec. Kind of just chopping around, not really doing anything. Yeah, I stream every morning. Trading Nasdaq futures. It's been fun. We had a good stream today. So had some good conversations, good people in the chat. Appreciate everyone who's been here. So we are kind of making some highs now. Maybe we'll finally get that reversal out. But I think I'm going to call it a day. It's about that time for me. Again, appreciate you all. Hope you have a good rest of your day. If you made some money, congrats. Hopefully you don't lose it. And if you haven't yet, hopefully market gets a little bit better here so you can make some money. Or doesn't hurt to stay flat. Yeah, peace out, guys. See ya.